The slam came first, loud enough to cut through the mountain wind. Jack Mercer had heard thunder gunfire and the echo of mortars bouncing between desert walls, but this sound was different. It was sharper metallic, a violent crash of steel bars and desperation. He tightened his grip on the pickup steering wheel as he rolled past the county animal shelter. His eyes flicked to the chain-link fence just in time to see a blur of gray fur crashing against the kennel door, snarling with a kind of pain that felt too familiar. Another slam, then shouting. "Back off! Everyone, get back!" Jack pulled into the gravel lot without thinking. His boots hit the ground before the engine fully died. Inside the chain-linked corridor, the smell hit him first, disinfectant, damp hay, and adrenaline. Officer Rick Dalton stood near the last kennel clutching his bleeding forearm, two staff members pressed against the wall. The animal inside the cage wasn't just angry, it was calculating, watching, breathing like something that remembered how to hunt. Dalton barked orders. "That thing is done, we're filing for youth." The dog slammed into the gate, again cutting him off. Jack froze. The stance, the way the head lowered eyes scanning left, then right, then up, not like a pet trying to get out, but like a soldier searching for snipers. The exact same pattern his K9 partner Max used in Kandahar seconds before the explosion that changed everything. Emma Collins, the young vet tech, grabbed a blanket to wrap Dalton's arm. "He didn't go for the throat," she whispered. He held back. Dalton glared at her. "Tell that to my stitches." Another staffer murmured, "He wasn't trying to kill. Look at him." Everyone looked. The animal wolf, his tag red, stood silent now. Trembling slightly, eyes wide, back paw scraping the floor rhythmically. Every muscle alive, but not in attack mode. In memory mode. Jack knew it. He stepped closer. Dalton blocked him. "Don't. He'll go at you." Jack didn't answer. The dog didn't either. They just stared at each other. And something in the air shifted enough that even Emma felt it in her chest. For one impossible moment, the snarling monster looked almost afraid. Chief Ron Alvarez arrived, hands up, trying to de-escalate. "All right, folks, let's take a breath. Dalton, get that arm stitched. No decisions until we assess." Dalton spit the words. "You don't assess a missile. You disarm it." Then he looked straight at Jack. "If you open that cage, you better be ready to carry what comes out." That sentence hung in the air. Heavy. Real. No one replied. Jack didn't have to. He just kept watching Wolf, and Wolf watched him back, ears flickering like he was hearing something from a past life. Dalton left. Staff cleared. Chief Alvarez walked over to Jack. "You know something I don't?" Jack hesitated. 15 years of silence hung on his tongue. Then he finally spoke, voice low and cracked. "That dog isn't angry," he said. "He's remembering." Chief Alvarez blinked. He'd known Jack for years, only in silence. Cabin in the hills, rare grocery runs, no small talk, no visitors. Before he could respond, the lights flickered from the storm rolling in across the mountains. Wolf flinched, not in fear but in instinct. And suddenly Jack understood. He's not reacting. He's scanning. Like Max. "Get me a chair," Jack murmured. "A chair," Emma asked. "Wooden. No arms." He pointed to a spot outside the kennel. "Right there." Chief Alvarez looked confused but nodded. Emma grabbed an old stool from the office. Jack placed it 3 feet from Wolf's gate, sat down, and did nothing. No words. No coaxing. No sweet talk. Just presence. Minutes passed. Staff watched from a distance, whispering. Wolf paced in tight circles at first, then slowed. Sometimes he stopped, looked, blinked like he was analyzing this new presence. Dalton from the far hallway scoffed. "You'll sit there till he rips your face off." But Jack didn't move, because in that moment he wasn't in Colorado anymore. He was back in Afghanistan. Dust, heat, the buzz of radio chatter, and one German shepherd lying in the dirt beside him, eyes half closed but alert, breathing slow under his hand. "Steady, Max." He didn't say a word, but Wolf felt it anyway. Something shifted. Quietly. Chief Alvarez asked softer now. "What are you doing, Jack?" Jack kept his eyes on Wolf, showing him, "I'm not a threat." "You could have just said that," Emma muttered. Jack finally spoke, not looking away. "I didn't say I wasn't dangerous. I said I'm not a threat." Even Alvarez let out a low breath. Something about that hit different. The storm outside thickened, wind making the shelter roof groan. Wolf flinched once when thunder rumbled, but not like before. Not with wild panic, just alertness. A soldier hearing a distant explosion. An hour passed. No movement from Jack. Wolf slowly lay down, head between paws, eyes still on Jack. Malice was gone. What stayed was alertness, watchfulness. Something deeply familiar. Emma whispered, "He trusts you." Jack didn't answer. But the truth was there, in Wolf's breathing, in the tension that had eased from the room. Chief Alvarez watched it all and then faced Jack. "Okay," he said. "I'm willing to give you time." Then hesitating. "If you think this dog can be saved, I'll make space for it." Jack looked away from Wolf for the first time. "It's not about saving him," he said quietly. "It's about reminding him he was never lost." Outside, thunder rolled again. This time, Wolf didn't move. He just kept watching Jack. And Jack, for the first time in 15 years, felt watched back. Not with judgment, not with fear, with recognition. Jack stood slowly. Not a retreat, not surrender. Just ending the first step. He started walking down the hall, and behind him from the cage came a single soft sound. Not a bark, not a growl, a whine. Chief Alvarez called out, "Jack, you coming back tomorrow?" Jack didn't turn around. He just answered, "You don't start something unless you plan to finish it." And the door closed behind him. The storm thickened, the wind